shamelessly arguing with vegans is this book authored by me. It is free so that we can together save the planet and bust the myths that people have, cruel people who are programmed to believe that we must harm animals at any cost, even at the cost of our planet, the cost of ruining all of nature, including ourselves. And of course, our health and well being goes first. From the time we start consuming animal products as a child or a baby, we are doomed. It's not food for us. It's completely unnatural. But more importantly, it's unethical. It destroys our moral values, our thinking capacity, and all those products in our body, the cholesterol, the hormones, the germs, ruin our minds. The animal protein destroys our brain cells. We are not able to understand simple things like sentience, like the fact that producing and reproducing billions and billions of animals year after year and killing them, more than 150 billion on land itself every year being slaughtered. It's not a joke. It's the stupidest thing that anyone could ever think of. And if you're not going vegan now, you're adding to the sad, very sorry state of affairs. So I have this message for you today, a positive card message. When I feel down, I look up. Yeah, it's a really depressing state of affairs. We are going through complete climate collapse. We're going through an apocalyptic catastrophe of gigantic proportions, unimaginable, like no one has ever thought of, dreamed of, like no movie has ever shown you. Things are going to get a lot worse than coronavirus. It's not just what I'm saying, it's what all the brilliant scientists at Oxford and Harvard know already and are trying to scream, shout, and tell you for so many years now, to tell our governments who are adamant that they are pleasing you if you're non-vegan. Your habits, stupid habits, cruel habits. But yeah, just like the movie Don't Look Up shows, you should look up. Now, the argument for the day, here it is. What would come up? Argument, well, here it is, number one that I haven't read before here. 13. What about poor farmers? There are poor farmers from third world countries, nomadic tribes, indigenous people. They depend on animals for their livelihood, their survival apparently. So we can't ask them to go vegan, can we? So I'm not vegan. Are you one of them? So this is an actual argument I have received from climate change movement groups. They are against demanding a system change to a vegan system because they feel that this is not something globally possible because of poor nomadic tribes depending on animal farming. They need to abuse the cows, they need to abuse the bulls, they need to spread this violence. Do they? See, a lot of evil things are there in this world, whether it's third world or any country in this world, whether it's the poorest of countries, tribes, female genital mutilation is practiced in some African communities and some other communities around the world too, religious or not. Is this right? Yes, there is child brides, rape of young innocent girls, young virgins, an initiatory ritual in certain tribal cultures. They force little girls to have sexual relations with much older men. Is this normal just because it's tribal? The animal sacrifice rituals in certain indigenous groups. They kill animals and they take out their intestines or entrails. They even do shamanism with that. Is that normal? Is that right? There are many horrible customs observed worldwide, whether in the civilized or uncivilized world, whether in tribal or urban cultures. There's animal farming, there's fishing. Is fishing normal? It's violence. You say that they depend on it for survival, but can we not at least go vegan ourselves and be the right message to the universe and tell everybody that this is the right direction to head into and support others in giving them more economic prosperity, more resources by which to build a better world? Why do we want to add to the suffering of the planet? You've seen cowspiracy, you've seen that farming of cows will destroy nature and will cause poverty to your countries. Yes, it will. It is adding to the problem. It's not solving anything. Sending a cow, Oxfam, or any other charity is not helping the planet. By sending animals like commodities to these third world countries and telling them to depend on them instead of plant-based agriculture will be cheaper, more sustainable, more profitable. They will have better health, better hygiene, better moral development, better sensibility, better education, better progress. Support communities if you want to really be plant-based and save the planet. It might not sound easy, but it is possible, because if you keep doing what you're doing in the past, we are not improving the world. These indigenous communities are all kind people. There are lots of people. I know an African person who continuously posts on Facebook about how he is implementing plant-based system and spreading the message of veganism and having an animal sanctuary there. People are doing things, even poor people. He is a poor person, but he's doing it. So no matter how you want underprivileged societies to suffer by propagating animal farming, you are wrong. You are causing their suffering by propagating animal farming. You're harming them. So this is horrible for the animals. It's horrible for the planet. It's horrible for the poorest of the poor. The severe climate catastrophes on our way if we continue animal farming. This is science. It is going to happen whether you like it or not. If you continue to abuse and exploit animals, sexually enslave them to keep producing babies after babies, for you to take their milk away, to take their eggs, and to kill the babies and eat them, making them meat instead of treating them as people, as humans, as you are. Deadly diseases and pandemics are spreading. Yes, you're not going to stay alive because of that. You're going to die and you're going to kill others if you continue to propagate the agenda, the cruel agenda of animal farming and animal agriculture. We need an urgent change globally across all nations. Replace this third-class system of animal farming, this absolutely disgusting, stinking system that has ruined our planet, spread animal feces, germs everywhere, destroyed our health and hygiene, caused all kinds of diseases, heart attacks, diabetes, cancers. Whether you're from a poor country or not, you're suffering all the same. And you can do better than this. It's causing world hunger. Yes, animal farming and producing so many slaves, 80 billion killed every year just for food alone, is causing those malnourished, poor children death because they're not having enough food grains to eat, and they can't afford animal meat products because they really aren't sustainable. They aren't the way to be. So if you want to spread prosperity and give economic freedom to the masses, including the poorest of the poor, and help those poor children survive, spread only and only a vegan world's message.